Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again to HOI4, the new order, where we left off. We keep bullying our neighbors, making sure that we steal all their loots to add into our own pile, and then we use it to actually improve our country. Look at that. Power tools, it's getting increased. Poverty, just don't look at that. Everything else is just fine. Anyway, we gotta keep going with the Reclamation Act. Let's also see what is up with that, right? Our small enclave has many things. An ever dedicated offers corps the best troops that can be conscripted and factories that belch out refined industrial goods day in, day out. What we are lacking over is usable arable land. Sadly, apart from the city of Cheetah and a few other mentionable towns and villages, most of the land is controlled by the Emperor of all Russia, and his administration is completely unusable. Vast tracts of marshes and forests so thick that the man could barely pass through the trees. After a wise suggestion was put into the ear of Tsar himself, Mikhail too has declared the implementation of the Reclamation Act, a law that puts the Imperial Development Company in charge of clearing out the unusable land to transform it into tracts of earth that could be used for anything from low-yield farm to training grounds for our troops. Anything is better than the squalid backwaters that the IDC has been tasked with clearing. Alright, and now let's import some stuff. In the meantime, also train our troops a bit more, please. Thank you very much. Reclaiming the wilderness. Exiting the lodge with a fishing rod in hand, Kirill surveyed the landscape before him. It was another beautiful, picturesque day in the unspoiled Siberian wilderness. The rest of Russia was going to hell, but as far as Kirill was concerned, this place was paradise on earth, or at least it was, until Kirill spotted a pillar of black smoke rising from the tree line. Looking more closely, he thought he saw the distant trees beginning to tumble down, and a flock of birds frantically flying away. What the hell? Kirill exclaimed, throwing down his rod as he ran off to investigate. When Kirill finally arrived at the scene, it was far worse than he feared. Scores of workers in hard hats were in the process of chopping down the trees by the dozen, and large construction vehicles were recklessly tearing up the ground. In the midst of all this, a foreman was directing the workers. Kirill clenched his fists as he angrily approached the foreman, unconcerned with the notion that he may be trespassing. The foreman, a grizzled older man like Kirill, turned to face the strange man approaching him from the forest. "Who are you? What the hell do you want?" "I'm Kirill. I live back that way, and I want to know why you're tearing down my forest." "Your forest? This ain't your property, pal. We checked." Was unsatisfied with the answer. "This is where I come to hunt. I survive off this land. Who gave you the right to come and rip it all apart?" The foreman said, "Look, we're with the Imperial Development Company. The government said that we are to clear the space for construction, so take it up with them and stop wasting my time." He took this as a cue to leave, promptly retreat in a huff, and he knew that he would be spending much of his night writing angry letters. No land is safe from the march of progress. Alright, let's see. So there's I guess there's some random schmucks in those lands trying to survive. Hopefully we'll be able to leave him some tracts of land so he can use it. Hopefully. We'll have to see what that's like, right? In the meantime, keep building my research facilities, one step at a time. Industrial equipment and agriculture. I think agriculture improvements first and then industrial equipment. That's what I'll go for. Alright, so that's done. In here. In here. Good. Alright, so. Keep stealing it from there. Thank you very much. And now continue down with the military path as well. Scavenge for loot. Good. And slowly but surely we're improving our country, right? There we go. Start the border war. They won't be able to stop us. Yeah, at this point, yeah. It might be time to get an additional troop going. We do seem to have... Alright, we do have... no manpower for a second one. But 5 troops is pretty decent as is. We gotta keep training our troops though, which we are doing right now. And eventually we'll have 6 troops. So that should be good. Support the artillery. Sure. Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's dying off pretty much instantly. What the hell? Seize what we can. Ooh, and treasure. That means we also get some PP points, right? Look at that. And a decent chunk as well. Is there something that gives me even more stability, please? It all takes stability. What the hell? Not a huge fan of that. There we go. Industrial investments. 5-3. That's not good. Alright, so here it is. Let's improve our academics again. Build new schools. Good. Dude, I need more loot. What the hell? Next up, a unified doctrine. Let's go in here first. Well, actually, you don't need the temporary buff just yet. Soon we will, of course, but right now, not really necessary. They still have 3 to 5 units. So basically the same as we do. Oh, we don't have enough manpower, what the hell? Well, we'll pump them out. And sign them in here, alright? Just prance around in there for a bit. That should be just fine. Let's go for the specialist training now. At least we're making everything that we have right now. So there's that. I really want to loot some more. Please. I want to bully. I require more bullying. Oh, secure control for more of that stability. Yes, please. Imperial. Oh, an Imperial Guard. Yeah. There we go. We got an actual unit as well. We'll have 6 units. Oh, they don't have any. So now we actually have to make a decision: Irkutsk or Amur. 35. Three to 5. This makes it a bit more interesting, I think. I'm gonna go after Irkutsk. Over down here. At least we got a steady factory, so that's good. Scavenge for loot. Alright. That should be good. And no, I'll wait. I'll wait until this troop spawns as well. We could use the additional troop, you know. There we go. I wonder if he's actually decent. That's actually decent. Dude, you know what the hell? Pleasantly surprised. Now we got modern warfare. And, yeah, just attack. Oh, they just paid. The Tsar's finest. Yeltsov stood at the ready, his face betraying nothing as he stood in the full uniform, side by side with 50 other men, in front of Tsar Mikhail. In reality, behind his stoic face of loyalty was a mind filled with excitement. He, the son of a peasant, specifically selected out of the thousands, no, tens of thousands, to be a member of the Imperial Guard. Yeltsov, a man who a mere years ago had been a private, eating butter barrel food, not fit for a rat, was now the man who would guard his Tsar with his life. Then suddenly, the Tsar was there, stepping out. A newfound energy possessed him, and he wanted to desperately yell his loyalty to the man that would be Tsar of all of Russia. Subjects, I am here to say that had instinctively need to see the face of his fellow guards, but knew better than to do that in front of the Tsar. But still, he couldn't be the only one to find the streets. The speech, if you could call that, continued for another 5 minutes. Although based off the actual content, he also guessed that it would have been a minute at most. Occasionally, the Tsar stumbled over his words before correcting himself, clearly embarrassed. Yet was a member of the Imperial Guard. Text was protecting, and for that he was glad to be a part of. Perhaps he should let someone else speak for him next time. Yeah, Tsar's kind of an embarrassment. Well, hopefully we can fix that. Efficiency cap. No. There you go. Slower growth, but more capacity. That is what I want. Let's train our troops again. Good. Alright, do we need new workers? Expertise, industrial equipment, expertise, or agriculture? Expertise and agricultural. You know what? Agriculture. Let's start off with that one. There we go. Alright. The Far East's finest. We also guessed, ooh, division, organization, attrition. Yeah, that's pretty decent. It's mostly the organization that's pretty good. The rest, not so much. Wait, we also get a motorized division? From somewhere? I mean, I'll take it. Elite infantry, regular infantry. Interesting. Now please allow me to loot some more. I desperately need it. There's so much we need to improve still. Alright, and now just a bunch of fortifications that need to be built, I guess. I'd say I don't even need them, but whatever. Since we have to go through here, I guess we'll have to. Fix that up, huh? Oh, the Dread Riders. That's probably the unit that I just got. The RFP troopers stationed alongside the border of the principality west of Magdagashi had grown lax, frequently posting watches only several hundred meters away from their outpost. This was not seen by either of them or their officers as a significant problem. The neighboring white army formations could fight well enough, of course, but they rarely attempted special maneuvers. So as the sound of galloping horses began echoing through the small valley of the outpost rested in, there was first confusion. They were then realized far too late. The sounds were both too loud and coming from the wrong direction. When the contingent of the White Army cavalry broke out of the tree line, immediately overrunning the two close pickets and galloping towards the outpost of the breakneck speed, the RFP officers tried in vain to prepare a defense. But there just wasn't enough time. Those few troops already on duty could not believe their eyes. The cavalry advanced despite their great speed and perfect echelon, with no subunits becoming separated or fragmented. As they pierced the outpost perimeter, they expertly divided, with the main force leaping over the poorly maintained wire obstacles and a smaller one circling around both the flank to prevent escape. The result was carnage. Utterly overwhelmed, the cavalrymen slaughtered the RFP. Either they were where they stood, or as they tried to flee in terror from this unexpected proficient army. When it was all over, both the outpost staff and the intelligence obtained within had been secured for minimal casualties. When the cavalry departed back westwards, they burned the outpost to the ground, sending a message that the White Army was no longer an ill-disciplined as the RFP itself often was. It was a real professional force with tactics to match, as they intended soon to prove in increasing fashion. We were right, and they fall. Damn, that's kind of badass, not gonna lie. That's hella badass. Oh, can actually... No, there's no real things that I want to take in here. He has at least one. Yeah, he's the only one right now. Aldan. The rest doesn't have anything. So ideally, I'd like to take him on right this second. Oh, industrial investments as well? Yes, please. Oh, we can do some... Ooh, yes. There we go. Move over in there, please. Oh, this troop's kind of bad. But at least they finally have 63% manpower, which is something. Just a few more trainings. And everything should be in order. Alright, let's initiate the raid. Oh, they just pay it. Yeah, I feel like they're probably not really into this whole spiel at this point. What's the infrastructure? 7? You know what? Might as well pay for it. Whatever. Whatever. It's not like we're using this anyway. A lonely evening. The Tsar's palace was a lonely place, more so at night. When Mikhail has first moved in, things had been different. Early sleeps turned into early mornings, and he had hardly ever noticed the hugeness and the emptiness of the place. But as days turned into months, that turned into years, things began to change. Late, sleepless nights blended into lethargic, lonely days. More and more alcohol was brought into the palace, and everyone knew who was consuming it. He had bodyguards, sure, faceless children and emigres, but Mikhail knew he couldn't name a single one of them. One of these long, sleepless nights, defined by Mikhail's wonders and regret, the powerless Tsar sat in a chair overlooking a dark window. He couldn't see out of it. The streetlights outside was damaged, and the bright light of the palace contrasted so deeply with the black night outside that Mikhail only saw his reflection. His mind wandered often, but tonight he would only think of one thing: his father, who never endorsed Mikhail's visit to Harbin, even begged him not to go. Mikhail had attempted to write letters to his father many times, with nearly a dozen letters in total written, and yet he lamented he had never received a single response. He had once been close to his father, but his deafening silence had further crippled Mikhail. With a glass full of liquor in his hand, he wondered why his father refused to respond. Was it to punish Mikhail for leaving, or perhaps he moved and not received the letters? A dreadful thought passed through the Tsar's mind. Maybe his father didn't care to respond at all. He finished the brown liquid in a single belt. The first of many, as he was sure. Mikhail missed his father. He missed his home and his family. His mind shifted to one thing: another letter. Tonight, the Tsar writes a final letter. I think they probably don't let, they stop me from sending it out. That's my guess. I just don't, they don't give me the opportunity to send it out in the first place. They intercept it all the time. But this better not be a suicide letter, buddy. This better not be a suicide letter. You will become the Tsar, whether you want to or not. There we go. Continue on with the construction of these fortifications. But useless. But whatever. Alright, so, new workers. Industrial expertise. Yeah. Industrial expertise it is. There we go. And then we will raid these boys again. Do you have anything? Oh, you actually have a supply. Oh. Wait, a Moor's fighting? This would be my opportunity to strike in here. Yeah, my next raid will be against a Moor, I think. They're still supplied. Secure control for more stability, please and thank you. Yeah, Muir is actually winning somehow. Not sure I appreciate that. They are a bit of a threat. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, but we're almost there. Gonna gain a load of stability soon. Come on, my dude. Oh, can't rate them right now? Well, that's a shame. I thought this would have been our perfect opportunity, but I guess not. Alright, with our civilian industry taken care of and growing, our borders secured with the defense schemes in place and the military pressing needs attended to, we can finally look onwards and begin the process of finishing what we should have been done years ago, the systematic destruction of the fascist party and its thugs. Now is the time. We can capitalize on the squabbling, destroy the party, and recover the territory that we have worked so hard to conquer when the Union collapsed. Alright. Well, oh, they just paid. Yeah, they're scared of us at this point. We keep destroying them constantly, so they just don't want to fight us anymore. Move back here then. Oh, Amur is actually collapsing now. Well, so is Magadan. Mikhail II stood outside the door, the crack in which allowed the voices within to be heard clearly. His generals were holding a meeting, and Tsar felt that it would be impolite to interrupt, feeling content to remain just outside and listen. The unmistakable voice of Leonid Mustafin spoke first. I'm not overly concerned by the fascist militias, but I understand Moskovsky had recruited a large amount of mercenary force. Their experienced fighter would be a real problem for our soldiers. At the general's words, which seemed to imply a conflict was about to begin, Mikhail couldn't help but worry. Was war really coming soon? A second distinctive voice, that of Boris Shepanov, had squealing on it. Mercenaries don't want to fight bandits, not real armies. When they see our soldiers, they'll scatter to the wind and leave the fascists to their fate, and the rabble won't stand a chance against our forces. Mikhail felt his heart sink. His suspicions were correct, and regardless of what he might want, his little realm was going to war. Alright, he tried to think about all the ways it could be very poorly for him, trying so hard in fact that he accidentally pushed the door open. That's all well and good, said the third figure, but we still have no plans for the creation of these treasures. How do you propose we... Your Majesty, we have exciting news, and the sword shall be drawn. Grow a spine, goddammit already. Alright. It has been too long that we have let the fascists on the Amur and beyond faster in their banditry and terror. We must prepare to settle our accounts, take the debt that we have owed back, and liberate the people from the tyranny of the bandit king and his thuggish cronies. A widely publicized speech had been planned by Mikhail's supporters that will be broadcast throughout the shootout via radio and were available television. One of the best ways to prepare for the oncoming conflicts is not to just have our people support, but those that our enemy rule over as well. As such, it's imperative that we ensure the copies of these speeches degrading our enemy and the RFP as a whole get to those who need to hear it in our rightful territory. Ultimately, truth is replaced by propaganda during wartime, and we know that our enemies aren't above doing the same. Alright. Well, one thing's for sure, it is scavenging time. ready troops. Oh, the calm before the storm. For a very long time, the poorly marked zone between the Transbaikal Principality and the lands belonging to the Russian Fascist Party saw little traffic. There's a change seemingly overnight. Tsar's troops have established a formidable presence, constructing roads, ammunition depots, and more, visibly and openly preparing for armed conflict. Corporal Fedorovich was no fool. He knew that these exercises were not for show, that his units would soon be going into battle. He began smoking more to help calm his nerves, but couldn't shake the knowledge that he might not live to see another month. Taking a long drag and hearing footsteps as he did so, Fedorovich raised his head and saw his squad leader. "Good morning, Corporal. Got a light?" The sergeant looked at the east and he took a drag past the small creek that substitute as a border market and towards the distant mountains. He gestured to Fedorovich. "Over the river lies a land filled with hordes of angry fascists. They're going to throw everything they've got at us, and we're going to take losses. There's no avoiding it, so prepare yourselves while you still can't, and if the time comes, make sure you take as many fascists down with you as possible." With that, Sergeant discarded the cigarette, gave the mountains one last look. Whew. Alright, let's go. Summon the generals, it's time for the military inspections and reviews. Hope we get positive reviews then, eh? I don't know. It'd be nice if we could also get another raid going before things pop off. We got 5-5. It's a weird split of our factories. I don't know if I like it too much, but we shall see. I think Amur might be winning, which wouldn't be too bad for me. Means I can take all of this land for myself. Alright. End the war, there we go, on Amur. The so-called banding kid of Amur is little more than a broken, aging pseudo-Nazi convinced of the dying, decrepit ideology. This doesn't prevent him from being dangerous, however. Rumors from the east point to a massive series of purges that have been undertaken, tantamount to the random killings in the streets and the public hanging of dissenters. Rodzaevsky has traditionally been considered incredibly brutal, but his recent actions have proven that he's clearly unhinged and acting well past the boundaries of civility. This barbarism and crimes he has committed against the Russian people must end. The sooner the better. Alright. Let's go for new. There we go. We'll be back in time to do the raid, hopefully. Alright, we're at war. Keep him in check. You go down here. All right. That should be good. You keep going. You keep going down here. Actually, you go there. Wait, what? Whatever. Oh, we got a piece of land, I guess. No. You go down here. Actually, you guys. Wait, what? Alright. Go down here. Oh, damn it. I guess that thing goes away once you go to war. So we're gonna go to war with those boys as well, huh? That's fine. That is just fine. Alright. One of you all the way down here. There we go. And somewhere like this, maybe. There we go. That's a decent starter. Let's see what we can make happen, right? I like how low our actual budget is. That is insane. Just how bad our economy is. Ooh. Alright, well, our troops are moving in, though. So that's good. Oh, they only have 1, 2, 3 troops. Actually, we don't even need then anything special. We just go. Come on. What are we needing? What are we lacking, rather? Hello? Oh, the German Civil War is happening again. We're lacking motorized. Didn't we add them in here? I guess not. There we go. We don't have the factories just yet, but in the future we will. There we go. Move in, boys. Uh-oh. There we go. Alright, maybe we stop. Good. Are you there yet? Jesus Christ. Good. We have some more weekly stability we can increase. Train our troops as well. That's very necessary right now. Loot, of course. Somewhere up there, maybe. Good. Jesus, everything's just collapsing. I don't know how I feel about this. Well, at least Magadan is also collapsing. Pretty damn hard, in fact. Okay, that's one of their troops dead. Almost. Alright. Let's get some more research towards industry, eh? Good. Come on. Move in, oh boys. Move in. And attack him in here as well, maybe? Good, and the rest of you just continue on, please. Actually, you... There shouldn't be anyone in here anymore, right? There we go. Just go. Just go. There you go. Oh yeah, they're dead. Good, we've done it. Port Magadan has been captured. As our troops rushed past the far eastern frontiers, their assault on the enemy's lands was halted only by the sea. The Great Pacific, open and wide, had met our men after bloody battles at the port of Magadan, and had come under control. The icy and choppy water stretched for miles in every direction in front of them. The mysterious stretches of Siberian waters was a home to by far the most significant port in the eastern Russian wastes. Hell yeah, we've done it. We have expanded. Yeah, we do kind of need to integrate both lands. There we go. But that is pretty much all the time I have left for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did. Hopefully I'll see you next time, and hopefully you have a nice day. Bye-bye.